Thank you and welcome to Geek News Episode 10. My name is Jay. I'm joined as always by Max and Philip. And today we have our special guest Mike McG back from McG TV, joining us from the Jersey Shore. So thanks for joining us tonight, Mike.
Good to be here. It's not the Jersey Shore so much. Mountain town.
Come on.
We are going to get right into it. Max has been waiting 3 weeks to talk about this. Every time we go off the air, we get into a side podcast where it's just me, him, and Philip discussing stuff on occasion. And every time he's cussing, ranting, and raving because we have forgotten to talk about the Netflix Marvel lineup. So, Max, I'm going to let you just start it out. Go for it.
Well, now I got nothing to say. How about that? No, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. We got Daredevil show. They cast Daredevil. What I'm actually the most excited for is the Iron Fist show that they got coming out because, I mean, I just want to see a whole bunch of raid-style kung fu action in your face. That would be great. They got a Luke Cage show coming out and one more.
Jessica Jones?
Jessica Jones, there it is, and I'm not so excited about that. But Iron Fist, give me a break. That's so awesome. I'm super excited. I can't wait. Netflix shows have been but I mean, like, they got House of Cards, and they got some other crap. So I mean, House of Cards is really great. I know that they have the potential for good stuff, and I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Mike, any thoughts on the Netflix?
I think that's a great idea, especially like if like mainstream stuff like on ABC and stuff like that. If people are kind of like iffy about it, at least you got like a whole season on Netflix you can check out for your favorite character and whatever, man. When that comic book Alias was out featuring Jessica Jones, for a long time a lot of people were saying like, oh, that should be a TV show about like this former superhero doing like detective work in the Marvel universe. And now it's possible now that we have like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm excited about that show too. Whatever. Max is all like, suck it, female demographic.
I know, man. I'm saying that's my least, out of all of them, that's me the least I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I get it.
When
you got Daredevil in that lineup, of course it's going to be. Yeah. And I've seen the pictures of him as just Matt Murdock. He looks the part. He doesn't look like Ben Affleck, so I mean.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm actually excited because I think Netflix will give them the leeway they need to actually go where they want to go. They'll have the money to do what they need to do, and they'll be able to go dark when they want to go dark. They don't have to worry about the FCC going, oh, wait, they're going to crack down on us. And that's part of the reason why I'm excited for Daredevil, because I know Daredevil can be dark. The other characters I'm not as familiar with, so I don't know how dark they could or couldn't go with that. So.
Well, all those characters are part of the same kind of Daredevil verse. They all revolve around the same thing. So I think there's going to be a lot of interconnectivity, and all those guys are kind of like Daredevil. It's like Daredevil and his mighty friends.
That's what they call each other.
Luke,
yeah, that's what they call each other.
You said Luke Cage is part of the lineup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he can get really urban, to say the least. Like, yeah, because he deals with like street level. Yeah, he deals with like street level type of problems, and I think he and Jessica Jones actually do become man and wife at some point in the comics. So they could have some TVMA.
And Luke Cage and Iron Fist are heroes for hire. So there's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait, and I hope it's gritty. I hope it's there's like blood and people getting bones broke all the time and all kinds of good stuff, because that's the Daredevil right there. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I want to see a dark Daredevil. I think that'll be a lot of fun, especially if they stay away from the movie adaptation, which obviously looks like they're doing. I'm with Philip. The other characters I'm not super familiar with, but pretty much everything in the Marvel Cinematic Universe I wasn't super familiar with when it started. So, and it's all turned out pretty well. Marvel, I'm hoping this deal with Netflix is a start of something fun, because I would like to see the Punisher also get a similar kind of dark series on Netflix. Cool.
I feel like the farther away we get from Vietnam, the less the Punisher is, because now he's just more of a psycho.
You know what? If you bring back Thomas Jane, I was actually a Thomas Jane fan. I mean, not of the story, but I liked him in the role. I mean,
you know what I did like though? Did you see that little short that they put online?
The laundry one, yeah.
Yeah, that was actually very, very good. I thought that was very well done. And
if they did something along those lines, yeah.
Yeah, I was down. Thomas Jane was awesome in that little thing. I thought the movie was just too much.
Yeah. It was.
But I mean, I'm not against Thomas Jane as the Punisher, but I am definitely against them trying to make another Punisher movie if that's how they're gonna play it.
Yeah.
Just so you know, anybody that's listening to us, you can send us any live questions. We will respond. And yeah. Next up this is still a rumor, even though a lot of places are reporting it as fact. It is not fact yet. It's still a rumor. Nobody from Warner Brothers camp or DC has made this official, but the rumor is that Jena Malone is going to be Robin in the new Batman v Superman movie, and if it's true, I think it's awesome. If you're going to have a Robin in the Batman v Superman, I think this is the route you should go, because, Batman shacking up with little boys, it just doesn't go so well in today's society.
Platonic.
What's that?
It's completely platonic. There's nothing weird about that.
We don't sleep in the same bed anymore.
A grown man and a young little boy who love each other. Fight crime.
Max, what are your thoughts? You're the Batman guy.
No, I'm down. You know what? I just don't want it to suck. As long as they write it well, I really don't care. I just don't want it to suck. That's my only, recommendation, prerequisite, plea. Please, just don't make it suck. Make it good. I don't care what you do.
Mike, you want to see a female Robin?
I mean, if they're going the route that they've been talking about, with it being emulating like Dark Knight Returns, I mean, there is a female Robin in that story. It's Carrie Kelly, and so I actually think it's kind of cool if they do go that route and they allude to the fact that there were Robins before her, like Dick Grayson was Robin or something like that. You don't have to see it. We don't have to start right from the beginning, because they're not obviously starting at the beginning of Ben Affleck as Batman, so he's been doing it for a while. So I'm open to it. I think she's a good actress. I think I think this rumor stuff is trying to gear in those Hunger Game fans, because I know she's in those movies. So that might be a good kind of like merchandising, marketing to the Hunger Game crowd. But she's good. She's a good actress. I like her.
Yeah, I agree. Philip?
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I think also the rumors are out there to see, are people revolting? Are people somewhat interested? And kind of let that go and then go, okay, this might work. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really too familiar with that storyline, but it definitely sounds intriguing as Robin. What I really would rather see as well, though, is a little bit of Nightwing. But I guess that's to be determined.
Yeah, I think it is to be determined. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something in one of these movies, but maybe not in this one. They have so many people in Batman v Superman now that I don't understand. Like, are they going to tape people to the side of the movie? Like, where are all these people going to be?
Daniel Radcliffe for Nightwing. Harry Potter as Nightwing.
Have you seen the trailer for that Horns movie?
I watched it. Oh, it's on demand right now.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah,
okay.
No, I'd like to see that movie.
He's really good in it, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm down for this chick as Robin. That's cool. And like Mike said, if you make her, let's say the third Robin, that also does open up the universe for Nightwing and for things, for things of that nature. My favorite Robin's Tim Drake Robin, but and if we got to go Carrie Kelly, I'm down. Like, again, as long as they write it well, then I couldn't. I don't care what they do as long as it makes sense.
Awesome. Next up, Max's favorite topic,
yes,
Channing Tatum as Gambit.
All right. I'm not going to talk about this first.
I will talk about this first. My thoughts on this are I will wait and see Foxcatcher, and then I will make an opinion. Everything I've seen Channing Tatum in, as I am a fan of the Jump Street movies, I don't think he's that great of an actor. And I haven't seen him exercise any acting chops whatsoever. And apparently Foxcatcher is going to change everybody's minds. I'm hearing Oscar. So after I see Foxcatcher, I will comment on this subject. Mike, what do you think of Channing Tatum as Gambit?
I I'm pretty much in the same camp as you. I just gotta wait and see because he hasn't wowed me with like dramatic performances so much. I kind of buy him in action stuff, but it's like action comedy stuff, like that White House Down. I was like, he's fine in that, but that's because it's a dumb
buddy cop.
Yeah, buddy cop disaster, Die Hardish ripoff. But like, yeah, if I see him broaden his acting chops a little bit with Foxcatcher, I might be a little bit more open to it. I thought Taylor Kitsch was actually okay as Gambit. They just need to give him some better material to work with. But it's going to be kind of weird because this is the same X-Men universe, but not the same X-Men universe. And so it's going to be like, okay, he bulked up or whatever and became kind of a jarhead in between decades.
Max?
I'm going last.
How are you? Philip? Your thoughts on Channing Tatum as Gambit?
I definitely like the concept of it. I think he has enough of a love for the character that I think he will try and do a good job. And I think he can probably do the right kind of character for Gambit. I don't think that's out of his wheelhouse. So I definitely think it's possible. I like the concept of it, at least. I'll have to see how well it's written and what they deliver on, but we shall see.
Max.
It's gonna be horrible. The world is gonna explode when Channing Tatum plays Gambit. That's how bad it's gonna be. I say Channing Tatum beats out Nicolas Cage for worst accent, and when Nicolas Cage, I say Channing Tatum takes the medal from Nicolas Cage. It's gonna be absolutely god awful because it's the wrong company making it. It's the wrong guy playing it, and they're probably going to have the wrong guys writing it. So it's going to be awful. I'm sure of it. I'm just and you know what? Channing Tatum, prove me wrong, man. Prove me wrong. Do a good job. You know, blow it out of the water. But I don't think you got the chops, bro. I don't think you can make it. That's my message to Channing Tatum. It's not going to be good. This is a tragedy. This is a tragedy is what it is.
Two major things. Have a decent Cajun accent and learn how to cut cards. It's like, yeah.
No, but if they go dancing cards like they did in the Wolverine movie, I'm out. I mean, give me a look, I can magically make the cards float in the air. I'm Gambit. I can always do this. No. Not a fan, and I'm not buying it.
I'm still waiting for Foxcatcher, but I have hopes for this next X-Men movie.
Foxcatcher may be good, but Foxcatcher is a good movie. You see, now they have to make a good Gambit movie, and then have Channing Tatum be good in it on top of that? Give me a break, dude. There's no way. Too many things in the negative column.
Anybody else? Any thoughts? Anything else to add?
Well, while we're on the subject, I don't know if you had this in the list or not. There was like rumor about Tom Hardy being Apocalypse or something like that, or?
Yeah, I did read about that. I'm glad you brought that up. I love the fact Tom Hardy seems to be the choice to be in every single superhero movie. Like, apparently he's close to signing on with Suicide Squad, and now this rumor hits, and I think there's another rumor too with something to do in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I'm down. Tom Hardy is. Anytime you add talent to a cast, I think that's a great idea.
I'd be down for a Tom Hardy Deadshot. That would be great.
That would be kind of cool. I could see him as Deadshot.
Anything, Philip, on Tom Hardy?
No, so dreamy.
I guess we'll see. I mean, it could be interesting. I mean, I think they also might want to go somewhere different, but again, that's to be determined in my mind at this point.
Yeah. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. says Captain America 3 will be epic. Now, let me ask you this. If you're starring in a movie, would you say it's going to suck? Now, I have every hope that Captain America 3 is going to be epic. Captain America 2 was fantastic. The Avengers was fantastic. Guardians of the Galaxy was fantastic. But Robert Downey Jr. is kind of supposed to say it's going to be fantastic, right? Am I missing anything in this story?
He's the poster child for Marvel Studios. He's got to go out there and say everything's going to be awesome, you know, even if it's going to be like meh at best. He's still like, oh, that Thor: The Dark World blew things out of the water.
I like Thor: The Dark World better than Thor.
There you go. Yeah, but yeah, like no, that's the whole deal. It's like he's got to go out there and talk every Marvel project because everyone's looking to him because he's the nexus of that whole universe essentially.
My question is, you hear about Robert Downey Jr. being in Captain America 3, but you don't hear that he's signed another contract. So I'm wondering if he's doing Captain America 3 in lieu of Avengers 3, which in the Civil War storyline, Max, I am not familiar with it, but Iron Man kills Captain America, right?
No.
No, that's not that storyline. Okay.
They're on opposing sides.
That's badass.
I was gonna say maybe Captain America kills Tony Stark at the end of Captain America 3.
All I know is I hope they throw Spider-Man into Avengers 3 or Avengers 7 or whatever they were talking about doing.
7 in 10 years.
There's two fights in Civil War that I was just like wowed by, and that was Cap v Spider-Man and Cap v Iron Man. So we'll see. Yeah, it's great. But Iron Man does not kill Captain America.
Okay. I didn't know that there was a storyline, right? And one of the
Well, yeah, they fight,
died, yeah.
But
yeah.
that's it. They don't. He kill Iron Man. Kill Captain America. Are you serious?
That's
Cool, man.
it's next to my bed to read, so I'll be reading that very, very soon.
Why the Last Man?
That's how you solve what's his face is a contract issue.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Also, Robert Downey Jr. gets to keep the A from the Avengers movie.
That's awesome.
That is kind of cool.
I mean, what else are they gonna do with it? Who else has got space in their house for a 30-foot
That's my point. Where's he gonna put it?
in his garage, dude? It's big enough.
Well, Ben Affleck asked for a Batman suit, and they told him to give them $10,000. Robert Downey asked for an A, and he gets the A. So,
Dude, okay, now Robert Downey has already made them billions of dollars.
They kind of
Affleck has given them buzz.
that's very true. Anything else on the subject of Cap 3?
Cap 3.
if they do Civil War, it's not going to be that Civil War that Max and I have read and probably Philip has read. It's going to be a very loose adaptation because there's so many, Spider-Man factors into that pretty big. Like, some big things happen to him in that story, so how you can tell that story without having Sony's involvement, I guess, or whatever.
Desperate.
So,
Sony is desperate.
yeah, they are.
Can we play with you guys? No?
We can't make Ghostbusters 3. Let Spider-Man be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, please. Please. Come on. Channing Tatum is turning down 23 Jump Street. We need a franchise. We need a franchise.
Meanwhile, Warner Brothers is like, yeah, sure, bring Spider-Man in for Dawn of Justice. It'll be good. Doesn't make any sense, whatever.
Oh, man, that's funny. Next up, Scarlett Johannson is in talks to be in Ghost in the Shell, the live action. I am not familiar with this, but I know Max is a big anime fan, so I put it on the news.
Yeah, no, it looks good. Scarlett Johansson's all right. She can, act a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. Now, my main fear is that my main fear with everything is that they're going to completely ruin it. And with the Ghost in the Shell, it's a great anime, but I don't know how it translates into, like live action movies. So that's one factor. And B, are they going to treat it, with the respect that most people that, or all the people who like the show think it deserves. And again, this is Hollywood, so you can't really count on either of those things.
Yeah.
Anybody else Ghost in the Shell fans?
I've seen it. First off, Max, I gotta love your compliments. Like, those would work great on like a marquee poster. Scarlett Johansson, yeah, she kind of acts okay.
Underneath the trailer, it's like geeknews.com. Scarlett Johansson, yeah, she's all right, I guess.
She's all right, I guess. But, I own Ghost in the Shell. I like anime as well and everything like that. I don't know. Sometimes I kind of get the feeling like those are fine on their own. Just let them. Kind of like with Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Really, you make an American translation of that just because people don't want to read subtitles? The anime, the reason it works so well in anime is because, there's painstaking detail involved in the animation process to make it have that unique look. And then sometimes, adaptations like, let's say, Aeon Flux or Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh, dude, don't say that now.
Like, a lot of stuff gets lost in translating to live action, and let's say Caucasianing everything up. I mean, yeah, I'm sure she'd be fine, but as a kind of literal translation of the anime, it'd be kind of weird.
It'd be rough to do. Yeah, it's just like that's a very really well done, but really it's stylized. It's got its own look and its own feel to it. Like, yeah, it's just a rough. And there's giant robots rolling around all the time.
And culturally, like, that ties in a lot with culturally where Japan is heading, or with Japan politics and the setup of their society.
So yeah. So it's rough. It's gonna be rough for them to do, and I just always assume the worst.
Chris C says we already have a Ghost in the Shell movie called The Matrix.
Oh, and Keanu Reeves was supposed to adapt Cowboy Bebop at some point too. So
What?
it's like,
Okay, for that Matrix comment, yeah, we already had a Tron movie that they remade and called The Matrix. So I mean, it's been redone. But give me a break. Like, The Matrix is not the be-all, end-all of science fiction, computer, worlds and stuff like that. Give me a break.
All right, that is all I've got. Max, comic book news. I know House of M kind of irked you a little bit.
My comic book news is right here. Marvel is in the great rehashing. They are just bringing out everything that they had 5 years ago, and they're bringing it back. Someone can argue Civil War 3, bringing it back.
there was the American Civil War, there was the Marvel Civil War, now we're going through Marvel Civil War again.
War 3, where Abraham Lincoln fights Iron Man.
That would be awesome.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter versus Iron Man. So they're bringing back Civil War, they're bringing back House of M, they're bringing back Planet Hulk, they're bringing back Secret Wars, and I think there's a whole nother one that they're bringing back. And it's just like, this stuff, or with the exception of Secret Wars, stuff was done not that long ago, and you guys already feel the need to go back to it. And I mean, yeah, it was really popular when it came out, but now you're just it's the same thing. Like, what are you gonna do that's different? What new twist are you gonna put on it? It's like, no, Planet Hulk was cool because the Hulk kills a whole planet, and then comes back to Earth and he's smart and he's a badass and destroys everything. But you told that story already. What are you gonna do now? I don't get it. I don't get what they're doing.
Max, I think the other one that the one that you're blanking on the name, it's called X-Men Years of Future Past.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
So it's going to be an extension of Days of Future Past,
right.
Opening up that calendar a litlittle bit.
They killed Wolverine, so they got to find some way to have Wolverine. So they're like, in the future, in the past, he doesn't die.
That's awesome.
Wolverine will be dead for at least a month.
No, I don't know. I don't. They might get nervous and just bring him back in the year.
Yeah.
That's funny. Anything else in comic book news?
No, not really. That's it. I was I think I'm boycotting Marvel until they make something new. I'm not gonna read any of their crap. I don't feel like I should sully myself.
Nice.
Philip, anything in video games that you want to bring up?
So, next week I'm excited for Sunset Overdrive. This week I don't really know of anything interesting that's really coming out. They're finally releasing Walking Dead Season 2 on basically video game systems, so you'll be able to rent it. That's this week. And Shadow Warrior. I think that should be a digital release as well as a physical release. Will come out for both PS4 and Xbox One. I heard Shadow Warrior wasn't really as good as the old one, and basically the way they did it made it seem a lot more racist than the original one was. So you got that going for it, I guess. If you want some racist humor, that's probably about it. Wow, Max.
Jeez. Oh man. So yeah, I'm gonna go out and buy the first season of The Walking Dead for the Xbox this week because I haven't played it yet. It just came out for the Xbox One. It looks like fun.
Yeah.
So Yeah. Anything else, Philip?
No. I haven't really been playing too many games. I've been enjoying Shadow of Mordor when I do get a chance, but other than that, no, I can't think of anything big that I want to go into. I'll probably go into Sunset Overdrive a little bit next week. Hopefully that'll actually show up early, but knowing my luck, it won't.
All right, so we're gonna start wrapping things up, but I want to say it again. Next week, first we have our Thursday cast this week live at 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, none of us had the time to get to Star Wars Episode 2, so that is delayed till next Monday. Monday will be the only cast
None
that
of
we
us
do.
can do it.
Next Monday's cast will be the only one we do live. Thursday's normal cast won't be happening because Max and I will be casting live at some point from Comic-Con on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Nice.
So definitely check those out. It's going to be fun. We're going to try to sneak in an interview with JDF, and also all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Max and I will be giving away movie tickets and other fun stuff. So please come look for us. And thanks again to our guest, Mike McGee from McGee TV. Definitely check it out. He recently did a review for the movie Horns. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. His reviews are usually a lot of fun. Yeah, Max, Philip, anything to add?
Bayonetta 2 actually comes out this Friday, 24th, or is that Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Thursday for the Wii U. So if you enjoyed Bayonetta, there you go. The sequel's coming out. I've heard it's decent. It plays the way the old one did. So.
Do people actually play the Wii U? I thought it died.
No, it's there. It's just sitting there. I mean, Mario Kart and Smash Brothers and Zelda will keep it alive.
Yeah, Mario Kart is awesome on that.
I don't know. I'm still quite skeptical. I think it's
Don't worry. Wait for the Black Friday sale, then everyone will have one.
Yeah.
Or you just save up your money for that collection that's on eBay.
Yeah.
Old school.
World's largest video game collection for sale. Yeah, $100,000. I think I can get that.
Good.
Kickstarter.
Mike, anything to say before we go?
Not much really. Just thank you guys again. Check out all their cool stuff. Check out my stuff on YouTube. Like I said, got vlogs, horns. I'll be messaging you guys about doing some voices maybe for some comedy vids.
Awesome.
So,
Cool.
we'll be in
Awesome.
touch.
That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, for Geek News, my name is Jay, Max and Philip, and Mike. Good night.